All right, welcome back to Summit Sunrise. Just a couple technical difficulties there, but I am back here with Steve from Lake Dillon Fire Rescue. Steve, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you.
Good, and we are here, just to recap, talking about wildfire preparation. It's a really important thing here in Summit County, in the West in general. So I guess we'll get right into it. What kind of wildfire preparation do we need here in Summit County? What do we as locals and even visitors need to know?
Well, we need to know, first of all, that wildfire is a normal part of Summit County. So even though it's been a wet summer so far, we are in the heart of wildfire season, and I just would encourage everyone to be prepared for the possibility of a wildfire, which means preparing your home, preparing yourself, and being ready to go if we ever have to evacuate because of a wildfire.
Right, and we've been getting a ton of rain. I know people probably come up here and think, you know, like, of course the fire danger must be really, really low. We're getting tons of rain. Everything is so green. But these wildfires, can they still happen?
They can still happen. We've had wildfires with snow on the ground. We've had wildfires every month of the year. So don't be deceived. Don't be lulled into a false sense of complacency. Right now in July, it's wildfire season for sure.
Yeah, and into the summer, I guess, I mean, I don't even know, in case there was an evacuation, just, you know, if a wildfire did happen close to town and we needed to evacuate, what would I need to know?
Well, I think, first of all, you need to know how you're going to be notified. We have a number of different systems in place. We have a reverse 911 system, which works only if you have a landline at home and are there to answer it.
Which I don't, and I don't know many people who do anymore.
Right, exactly. So the second thing is Summit County Alert. If you go to scalert.org, you can sign up and get free text messages and emails that will alert you when there are issues. We highly recommend people sign up for that. The third thing is, if there is an evacuation in place and if we have the luxury of having manpower available, we'll actually go door to door and let people know that they need to be evacuating or preparing to evacuate, which leads us to the last thing. If you see smoke in the air, if embers are coming your way, if there's a fire close by, if you and your neighbors are standing out looking at the hillside going, wow, that fire's pretty close, should we stay or should we go? The answer is we should go.
We probably should go.
Exactly. So when we go, we want to have already in our car ready to go. I just say all summer long, keep an emergency evacuation kit.
Yeah, and this is a really cool, it's very small, it's really easy to keep anywhere in your car. What's in here?
Well, that's the idea. This is just enough to get me by if I'm going to be evacuated for a couple of days or something like that. So I've got a little first aid kit in here. I've got some toiletries. I wear contact lenses, so it's really important for me to have contact lens case, solution, and a spare pair of glasses. If we're in a wildfire, it's going to be smoky. I also have a full change of clothes in here, including some new shoes.
And I noticed some cash over here. Always good to have on hand.
My little secret is I stick a $20 bill in here, and I'm constantly raiding it because I run out of cash, but then I need to remember to replace it. But having just a little bit of cash so you can buy a burger on the road while you're heading down to Denver when you're being evacuated or whatever is really a good thing to have.
Right. And do you recommend any other supplies, maybe water or food or anything like that in your car just in case?
Exactly. There are a couple of bottles of water down in the bottom of this. You could put some canned foods in there. I don't want to make it too big and too bulky and too heavy. I always say you're not going to be in survivalist mode. You don't need to eat sticks and berries, but so having a little bit of cash is a good thing. We have some recommended lists at our website of things that you could put in there. Flashlights, toys for the kids, pet food. If you've got a pet, you're going to need pet food for a couple, 3 days.
I have a dog, so that is something that I didn't even think about, but would be really necessary if you're heading out of town.
The whole thing is, think about what do you need to get by for a couple of days to make yourself more comfortable if you're in an uncomfortable situation like being evacuated. Any daily medications that you take. You should have 2 or 3 days worth of that in your evacuation kit.
And I mean, this is good probably to have any time, really, if you think about it, in your car, just in case of an emergency situation, but then you're also prepared for the wildfire scenario.
Exactly, and in fact, I swapped this out in the wintertime for my winter gear, which has the extra down coat in there, stove and fuel, tool, something to light a fire with, those types of things to survive. Also snowshoes in the wintertime, I keep those in the car as well. I just swap one box for the other depending on the time of season so that I'm always ready for an emergency.
Right.
It's an easy, inexpensive kit to put together. It will make your life a whole lot more comfortable in an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, and it really is easy. It seems like it doesn't take that much time to get this together. So this is a really good thing to have on hand. And once again, what is your website for people who need more information?
Sure, it's LDFR for Lake Dillon Fire Rescue, ldfr.org. And we have a whole section on wildfire preparation. People can call and ask me to come out and look at their homes and see what they need to do to make their homes more fire resistant. So we offer a lot of good free services.
All right, ldfr.org. If any of you want any more information. Steve, thank you so much for
Thanks
all this
having me.
really helpful information. Stay tuned for more Summit Sunrise, guys. We will be right back right after this.